So if you're moving to Orlando, Florida, there's some things you're going to want to know. We're going to go over some of those things today because if you're going to be a local, you definitely need to be in the know. So stick around. We'll be right back. Hey, what's up guys? This is Don Sprinkle, your Central Florida specialist. And if this is your first time to our channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living, working, playing, and thriving in Orlando, Florida, thank you so much for stopping by. Do yourself a favor, do us a favor, tap that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the awesome videos packed full of information we're putting out to you guys on a weekly basis. Honestly guys, we're getting so many people reaching out to us who are relocating to Orlando, Florida, and we absolutely love it. We love it. So if you're thinking about making a move, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, even send up that carrier pigeon. However you like to communicate, we got your back when moving to Orlando, Florida. Let's get started. So today we are digging into the history that is Orlando, Florida, and we're gonna go over 15 facts about this city that if you're not from around here, you probably never heard of, you're not aware of, and even some of the locals that live here, I think we're gonna have a couple things in here that even they're not too keen on. So I'm excited to get started. Let's dive in. So one of the first things we're gonna talk about, number one on the list, is a well-known lake right downtown. I'm talking about Lake Eola. This originally started as a sinkhole and is now 80 feet deep. So the land was originally owned by a cattle farmer named Jacob Summerlin. He bought the land and shortly afterwards, a sinkhole started to develop. And with the help of natural aquifers 200 feet below and flooding from rainstorms, the beautiful lake that we have there right downtown is what we have today. There's actually over 100 lakes in Orlando, and Lake Eola is definitely one of the most well-known ones. Number two on the list, there is actually no official documentation for how Orlando got its name. Its original name was Jernigan, after the first settler in Orlando, and shortly afterwards was changed to Orlando. A lot of people believe that the name Orlando came from a play in William Shakespeare called As You Like It. I'm not a big Shakespeare guy. I know some of the classics. That's about it. Number three on the list, 75 million people visited Orlando in 2019. We are the most visited destination in the entire world.
75 million people.
Is the same or equal to the population that makes up Atlanta, Georgia. We are the #1 tourist destination place in the entire world. Number four is GATORLAND. GATORLAND is actually the very first theme park ever in Orlando, Florida. It first opened its doors in 1949, and at the time it had a 15-foot alligator that they claimed to be the largest in the entire world. The 110-acre theme park and wildlife preserve is still in operation today. Its breeding marsh actually made a cameo appearance in the 1984 movie Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, but they definitely made it look scary. GATORLAND has a lot of different shows. They even have zip lining, and they even have alligator wrestling. The city of Orlando and its surrounding metro areas actually has over 100 different parks and over 20 different community centers for you to enjoy. Some of the more well-known parks include Lock Haven Park, Bill Fredericks Park, as well as Lake Eola, which we just mentioned. Downtown, you can take a swan boat ride and cross the entire lake. It's a really cool time. It's a fun day. I definitely recommend doing it on a day that's not super hot or during the summer, maybe in the spring or fall. Wekiva Springs State Park is actually right down the road from where I live, and the water there stays a cool 72 degrees the entire year. Number six on our list. The first highway in Central Florida was actually Colonial Drive. Interstate 4 or I-4, or just the I as it's known around here, was originally constructed in 1958, and it was first known as the Orlando Expressway. It actually took 7 years to finish the entire project. Actually, I think they're still working on it. Today, I-4 spans 132 miles, stretching all the way from the East Coast in Daytona, all the way to the West Coast in Tampa. Number seven. There are over 50 swans at Lake Eola, 5 different species, and we actually have employees employed by the city that keep track of all their medical records. They tag them and they give them any sort of medicines and shots that they may need to keep them healthy and safe, but also to protect and keep safe all of the residents and visitors to Lake Eola year round. Number 8 on the list. Even though Orlando has had a ton of famous guests, residents, and people passing through, even the city itself likes to get in on the Hollywood action. To help fund the demolition of the old City Hall building, Orlando actually allowed the movie producers for the movie Lethal Weapon 2 actually blow up the old City Hall building in the opening scene of the movie.
Good. Yeah. Grab the cat. Grab the cat.
Number 9. So the Orlando Public Library is the largest library building in the entire state of Florida at 290,000 square feet. It has a complete center in the building that is completely dedicated to the most recent technologies. They have a ton of different computers, audio visual rooms, sound rooms. There's a ton of different audio visual and tech classes that are taught for personal and business use throughout the entire year. Number 10, thunderstorms. Thunderstorms in Florida are not a shock to anybody, but did you know that Florida is the lightning capital in the entire United States? More specifically, the corridor between Tampa and Orlando sees more lightning to ground strikes than anywhere else across the entire nation. After knowing that, it should come as no surprise that Florida actually has more people struck by lightning than anywhere else in the entire country. But this also has to do with Orlando being one of the most popular states for outdoor activities. If we're going to be outdoors and we get a ton of rain in Florida, common sense says that we're probably going to get struck by lightning if we're still out there when that's going on. Number 11, the city of Orlando is so cool that we even have our own skate park. If you don't have a helmet or even a skateboard, don't worry, they got you covered because you can rent them while you're there. A daily pass will get you in there for about $5. If you have a membership, they cut that in half to $2.50. There's also an unlimited monthly pass option. I will include that link down below. Number 12 on the list. Orlando is home to Camping World Stadium, which is just west of the downtown area. Originally opened in 1936, it has hosted a ton of sporting events, music events, all sorts of different concerts and just sporting venues. Currently, Camping World Stadium hosts 2 college football bowl games at the end of the year, the Citrus Bowl as well as the Cheez-It Bowl. Camping World Stadium is also the site of one of the most well-known historically black college and university football rivalry games between Bethune-Cookman University and Florida A&M. I myself, I'm a little partial to Bethune-Cookman as I happen to be an alumni and I've actually played in that game myself. Number 13 is the Orlando Wildlife and Wetlands. The Orlando Wetlands is actually located in East Orange County and it's home to over 30 different species of animals that are on the threatened and endangered list. It has over 20 miles of different levees and natural trails, making it a great place for hiking. They also offer horseback riding, guided tours, as well as biking. Number 14 on the list. We've had some pretty well-known celebrities decide to take up residence here in the Orlando area. Of course, we know about Shaquille O'Neal, who owns a home in Windermere. It's actually on the market right now if you haven't seen it. Tiger Woods actually used to own a home there as well that was actually recently purchased by Bubba Watson. Mr. Rogers himself actually attended Rollins College in Winter Park, and Carrot Top, who has a live show out in Vegas, actually goes back and forth between Vegas and his hometown of Winter Park, Florida. Paul McCartney of the Beatles actually keeps a home in Winter Park, and every now and then you can spot him at the Briar Patch, which is a local favorite for breakfast and brunch. And number 15, last but certainly not least, is our employers. 5 Orlando-based companies actually made the list of Forbes 2019 Top 100 Companies to Work For. Coincidentally, they are also some of our largest employers. They include University of Central Florida, as well as Advent Health System and Orlando Health System, and also Wyndham Destinations and our very own City of Orlando. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this brief little tour into the history that is Orlando. I had a lot of fun. If there's anything that I missed or anything that maybe I got a little off, you know, I'm not perfect. Drop a comment, shoot me a message, let me know. And like I've always said, if there's any area of Orlando that you want to know more about, let me know. Shoot me a message. We are planning out a ton more videos that are going to be coming, but if there's a specific area that you need to know about or want to know about soon, let me know, and we will definitely do a personal video just for you. All right, but you guys got to reach out to us. Give us a call. Shoot us a text, send us an email, however you like to communicate. We got your back when moving to Orlando, Florida. So until next time, I'm Don Sprinkle, and I'll catch you later.